guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday, April 19th, and I'm coming to you not live, but from my living room as always. And I'm doing something a little bit different today. As y'all can see, I'm really cozy and I'm really relaxed. We just had a whole week of it being nice in Atlanta. Like, I want to say like 80 degrees, mid 80s, and Sunday it's like suddenly like really chilly, really windy. Even like my little jean jacket on top of this sweater was not really holding me when I was walking my dog. And now I don't want to do anything because usually Sunday it's like my errand day. I gotta clean, I gotta grocery shop, I gotta cook, like I'm in go mode. But as of today, like I'm just like, oof, I just want to snuggle up, and I didn't want to be a waste gal and not do anything. So I'm like, you know what, let me invest into something in the easiest way possible. Like, I am always going to maximize any opportunity if I don't want to get up. So since I'm in a cozy mood, it's either I'm gonna plan something or record something. So I've actually been wanting to do something like this for a minute though, like something a little bit more cozy and relaxed and just talk. If you know me, or as y'all get to know me, you'll learn that I love to talk, I love to yap, I love deep intellectual conversations. I'm constantly picking my own brain, picking other people's brains, and just dissecting what, when, where, why, as far as my thoughts or somebody else's thoughts goes. And something that I actually have been wanting to talk to you guys about is my desires. So like I know that you guys, if you're Christian, you would have heard the Lord knows the desires of your heart, all this talk about the desires of your heart. And I actually found like within like the last year or so that I had no desires. Now, if you've watched my like previous videos, you would know that I was laid off in August of 2024, and having been in survival mode for 6 to 7 months and not having much money, I couldn't plan forward or have any desires in my heart because I couldn't tend to them. And what's it called? That's pretty new or different for somebody like me because I'm very type A. I love to plan things. Like by the beginning of the year or almost every quarter, I'm planning something that's a month, a week, 6 months ahead. I know that was a weird jump, but like I'm always planning for, whether that be a trip, outings with my friends, hairstyles, nail styles. Like I'm planning. I love to plan. That's like, I just love it. But I kind of fell out of it, not because I fell out of love with it, but because I just didn't have anything that I desired for real. Like, I didn't desire to go anywhere. I didn't desire to do much. It's not I didn't want to do anything. I guess it was just that same pull and motivation that I had for my desires before. I didn't have that same pull anymore. Like, yes, I would love to go on a trip to like Fiji if somebody asked me. I would love to, I don't know, randomly go zip lining on Wednesday, but if somebody asked me, but it's not something that came from me. Like, I just didn't. I was just in a very just content place, like with anything. And I recognize about this myself. I recognize what I recognize this about myself, and I found that it's not even in just like trips or hairstyles or nails or even outings. I found that it was in like even like the things that I'm attracted to, the men that I'm attracted to, songs, movies. Like, I don't have much that I really wanted for real or desire for real. And the wording that I would use with my sister is like, my desires palette is like clear. Like, I don't really want or care for anything. And I don't mean that in like an apathetic way either. It's just quite literally that I think that the motivations are changing because I am a new person. So the motivations for me wanting something, I'm still learning what that looks like for new me, because before it was a little bit more self-serving, and a little selfish, if I should say. And I think that is also part of, like, not even just having been in survival mode either, but I think it's just a part of me just what comes with a Christian walk, because I feel like when you are constantly filling your spirit up with the word, with prayer, with worship, with meditation on God, like, I feel like naturally a lot of those old desires will fall from you, to where you're like, well, now I don't even really know what I want or like anymore. And it's like one of those things where I think that I just said this. I filled my spirit up so much where I don't have space for secular things or worldly things or or self-serving desires anymore. Like, I just don't. But I will say though, after my last fast, I learned what it felt like to have a desire on your heart that was placed there by God. Because I know that people always say that, like, oh yeah, God knows the desires of your heart and he will give you the desires of your heart. But then it makes me think, I think that's conditional. Like, the Lord is not going to give you all the I take that back. Because I've seen certain people's prayers answered from years prior, but it was their heart posture that had to change for God to give them this desire. But I guess where I was going with that is, now moving forward, I know what it feels like to truly have a God-given, like, desire. And I say this because after I just got off of my last fast, I got a sudden urge to have kids. Like, and like, I've always wanted kids. Like, I've always wanted kids. Like, for as long as, yeah, I've always wanted kids. But as of recently, it showed up differently. Like, it showed up with a different motivation. And I knew it was from God because of the motivation and the reason behind why I wanted kids. Before, it was probably just because, like, life goal, you just, when you're living life, you just have these check boxes: move out, get a car, get a career, get a husband, have kids. Right? It's really just American dream, I guess, just wanting to do it because everybody else is doing it, not really having a good reason behind it. You just want to do it because, I mean, if you really want to get into it, like, you're doing it because everybody else is doing it, or because it's a selfish desire of yours. You don't want to be alone, or whatever the case may be. That may just be how I was viewing it. But the way that it showed up this time, and the way that it showed up so intensely on my fast, I realized that the reason why I want kids is for 3 reasons. One, because I would like to pour love into my contribution. I would like to pour love into a child. Like, I love children already, but to pour love into my child, and to be able to show them God's love through me, like, I would like to do that. A second reason is because I want to contribute to God's kingdom. Like, I want to disciple them and not show them the way, because only Jesus can show them the way. How do I explain this? I guess the best way that I can say it is that I'm wanting to disciple my kids and ultimately contribute to the kingdom of God and further the kingdom agenda. And then the third reason is just that I feel like I would do it right, like, because of how much I've learned about the Lord and how much the Lord has become my foundation. I feel like I would be able to steward God's children, because that's what they're God's children, and I'm just the vessel or the stewardess. I feel like I would be able to steward that responsibility properly for the Lord. Like, I'm willing to endure the challenges that come with it, with my partner, of course. And I learned and I recognized that this was a desire from the Lord, because it was nothing that had to do with me. It was really solely me pouring into someone else and a bigger purpose. And I say this because I always hear how, like, people say, like, you're not ready to have kids if The reason why you want kids is because you want someone to love you unconditionally, or because you're lonely, or because you want to give birth to your best friend, and I mean, like, those are all things that are a bonus, of course, to having a kid. But for those to be like the only reasons, I don't even think they should be a reason at all. They're just a bonus. But for them to be the only reason, that places a lot of pressure on the child and trauma on the child from young, and it does things to them as they get older, to their brain development and how they view responsibilities and adults and all these other things. I'm going off track here a little bit, but yeah. And as I was like thinking about the reasons why I wanted kids, I'm like, OMG, my first desire from God. Like, yes, it's always been there, but it showed up different. Like, my first desire from God. And I'm like, okay, I understand what you're doing here, Lord. I see where you're going with me. But yeah, and I'm also finding myself trying to figure out like what I'm attracted to as well. I might need to start getting into dating. That's a little bit of a different topic or whatever, but I don't know. Can anybody else relate to this, where like your desires are just different? It's either almost non-existent, or it's just not as much as before. Because before, it's like we have all these things, like I want a husband, I want a career, I want this, I want that. But for me, it's kind of like, yes, those things would be nice, but they're not totally a focus right now. You feel me? Like, even me wanting kids, like, it came, I pondered on it, I figured out the reasons as to why I wanted it, and now it's in the background up until the Lord says it's time, you know? But yeah, can y'all relate as well? I guess it feels like a normal thing. Let me know what y'all experience has been with your desires changing from your old life to your new life. But that's really all I have to share today. I don't really want to get into chatting too much, because I know me. But yeah, I think I want to do more videos like this, because like I said, I love to talk. And I'm probably gonna do one of these a little bit more often, just because I love being able to do something and still relax, you know. But anyways, I will see y'all in my next video, hopefully next week. Bye.